finished with a team-high 27 points, but it was Kawhi who clinched the victory with a last-second block on Kemba Walker, and it was pretty. We're now joined by Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard. Morning, Chris.
Good morning.
Morning.
Your first impression of Kawhi and Paul George, what'd you make of it?
It was scary because at times they were sloppy. And on your first time ever playing with each other, you can beat a very good Boston Celtics team. I mean, that says that the potential for this team with these two is scary high. It's hard, and you know this, you guys know this, it's hard to fit two stars together at times. When both are used to being the man.
Especially they play the same position.
Right. They're the same position. Both are used to being the man. Both are used to being the first option. And there's a tendency to kind of defer a little bit and make sure he's getting the ball and and stuff like that. And that's why I think each of them had 5 turnovers. Combined, they only shot 39%. So they probably weren't getting on the same spots they're used to getting to and getting the ball as much as they're used to. So Doc Rivers talked about they had 23 turnovers as a team. So it was some sloppiness going on. But as I said, to be able to beat Boston in your first time ever playing, remember when Wade and LeBron first came together, they got beat by Boston in Boston when they were in Miami. So I was impressed, but 2 things really stood out to me more than anything. Number 1 was the defense, especially in overtime. When they had the 2 stars, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, and Pat Beverly, they were smothering. And they held Boston to 30% shooting. Of course, Kawhi gets the block. But it looked like everything was tough for the Celtics. Every pass, every dribble was tough for the Celtics. So that was a plus. And then secondly, I was very bothered and disappointed by that last play in regulation, where they just isoed Kawhi at the top of the key. The things that had gotten them back in the game to that point was the ball moving and finding open man.
Totally agree.
Lou Williams goes for 13 in the fourth quarter. And then after that, in overtime, it's moving, finding open man. Patrick Beverly hits 2 threes, and he's the hero. On a play and with options for any of those guys, they don't need hero ball. And even during the course of the game, that's how they should play. Kawhi, they should have run a play. And with options for any of those guys, they don't need hero ball. And even during the course of the game, that's how they should play. Kawhi and George and Lou are going to be the leading scorers, but let the ball find the open man. They don't have to go too much ISO, even though they will at times, because they have so many weapons. So Doc Rivers is better than that. I don't know if he did that or Kawhi just decided, I'm going to go solo. But
I mean, I was looking, I didn't see him wave off anybody, because a lot of times they'll wave him off. No, I don't need to pick. I'm good. I don't need anything. Let me go ahead and operate. I agree with you. Defensively, they're going to probably be better than I even thought they were, because they can switch everything. Right. When they went to that lineup that they had last night, Pat Bev, Paul George, Kawhi, and Trez, you got 4 outstanding defenders. And they switch everything. So it doesn't matter if you run the wheel out top, because it doesn't matter who you end up on, because Pat Bev feels just as comfortable guarding Kemba as he does Jason Tatum, as he does Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart. So it really doesn't matter to him. And we know what Paul George and Kawhi represent defensively. But for me, you feel comfortable? Did you see Kawhi? He spent a lot of time bent over last night. Did you see that, Skip Bayless? Because that's what happened.
He was rubbing his knee.
I ain't rubbing on knee. I saw him pulling on them shorts like this here. When his shoulders move, like he wasn't dancing. You know, sometimes they do that. No, he wasn't doing the Jabberwocky.
You realize that's what happens when you're chasing Kemba Walker the whole game.
Whoa. Actually, stop this. I need you to stop this. Because, Chris Broussard, you know, if LeBron James had put a game together like this, 7 or 20, the man, and what he did in the Skip,
we'd have been wondering, is he on? I agree.
LeBron had his shot blocked, and this man came in here, Shannon, it's over. It's over for your
Mario Hezonja? Really?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
That was a little premature, though, right?
I didn't say it was over. I just said he looks old.
How you looking now? Now, who looks older? Kawhi or Braun?
I'm going to save that for our next topic.
Okay. How about this here, Chris? The guy took 3 games off, and he still need low man. He limping, hobbling.
Yeah.
My guy dunking on folks at 35. Dunking on them.
Can I follow that up quickly? Look, Kawhi in November, that's 5 games. 35% from the field, 22% from threes. Now, I don't know if it's rust because you're only playing once a week or whatever it is.
Yeah, because you know you're not practicing.
Right. Is the knee bothering you? This is just something for them to watch. You know, is the knee degenerate? I don't just watch it because he's not still obviously playing well, but not to his normal standards. And two of his last 3 games have been poor.
For his first 5 games, he led the whole league in fourth quarter scoring. He just took over. He was scoring 18 points in the fourth quarter.
Now he can't get 18 in the game. Now he can't get 18.
Two of his against Toronto, he had 12 points. And then last night,
and now he can't get 18 in the game.
7 for 20.
So I tried to instruct Shannon on this. I don't think it got home.
It did.
Yeah. The key Kawhi stat is not under Clippers stats, it's under Boston stats because Kawhi Leonard did play almost 38 minutes. And to my eye, and I can't track it exactly, and they're doing a lot of switching, but he was assigned Kemba Walker. And he took Kemba Walker completely out of the game because Kemba Walker, who was the biggest scoring threat, I think, on the Celtics, shot 4 of 17. Couldn't even get to the free throw line. He was 2 of 3 from the free throw line, so he couldn't even get Kawhi to foul him. Kawhi's too long and too quick and too tenacious for Kemba Walker. And it went all the way to the last shot in overtime, and the clawed him. If we could see this one more time. He just clawed him.
Yep.
And Kemba's small, I get that, but small can be tough when you're as quick as Kemba is. Maybe he's not as quick as he used to be, but...
Well, he is, but he knows he got to get the shot off or the shot clock gonna buzz because normally, you know, Kemba, he'll dart you in and get you up off him, but he couldn't do that.
Nope, he couldn't do it. So I'm with Chris. Big picture, I saw a suffocating defensive team. I saw Patrick Beverley absolutely disrupt the whole Celtic offense. They were having a hard time dribbling past half court because he's just snaking the ball from everybody. And it got contagious because Lou Will made a couple of defensive plays that shocked me where he stole the ball from people. So Montrez can defend at a high level, and all of a sudden, you took the Boston Celtics out of everything they did. They missed their first 16 three-point shots, and then they were 1 for 18 from 3 at halftime. How were they they were leading at halftime 1 for 18. They were leading by 10 with 6 minutes left. They were leading by 7 with 2:30 left in the game. And yet, despite all this, somehow the home team won the game. And John Hollinger reported that Kawhi and Paul George had only been in 1 practice together in which they scrimmaged on opposite sides briefly, where they weren't even on the same scrimmage team in practice.
Right.
So they had not actually played a second of joint basketball, you know, team basketball. So you got to give them some break because at least the Miami Heat that first year, at least they had training camp.
Remember,
together,
it was really publicized, too. They went to
Hawaii
base or something like that.
Yeah, they did. So, and remember, they got off to a horrendous start. Didn't they fall to like...
It was like 9-8,
500, 9-8.
Remember, they lost a Monday night game at home to Portland, and Chris Bosh had a terrible game. And it was the low point for, it was like
was that the
500.
Bump when LeBron bumped
Yeah, he bumped Smoke to get up off him.
Right.
But then slowly but surely they started figuring it out. But that was maybe 17 games in, right?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this was the first hurrah right here.
But, you know, but they were talking about how Kawhi, you see how Kawhi's assist total is going up. He was facilitating. Is 3 assists and 5 turnovers good? Is 9 turnovers and 9 assists good? Chris, you know, you've been covering this game a lot longer than I have. Is that good? Because my guy did 12-0. My guy did 11-2. My
your guy? I don't know who it
don't do that, Skip. You know.
Kevin Durant?
Go.
I don't know.
James.
Oh, go.
Oh, that guy.
Turning this all into LeBron.
You know good well. Because, Skip, because you know, Chris, if LeBron James had a night like this,
when LeBron goes sub 50% shooting, it's a story. I got to give him that. That's the truth.
Well, wait a second. LeBron did have a night like this, and it happened to be opening night against the Clippers. And LeBron scored 2 in the fourth quarter, and his new running mate shot 0.
And if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the last time we saw Kawhi play was over that night.
Really?
Do you agree that the Kawhi situation is something you really got to watch?
It was troubling because on offense last night, he was either saving himself or limping.
The limp, you
Marcus Smart was in him, too.
Yeah!
Marcus Smart got in him.
Got him on him. And then guess what?
Austin's tough.
Hey, remember, he forced that turnover at the end of the game, didn't he? Oh, Marcus Smart on him. He tried to get Marcus Smart to say, hey, he didn't even look at the referee. He pointed that way because he knew he had hit the ball and kicked it off his heel. Yeah, your guy. I wish Marcus Smart. You remember?
You know, somebody across from me seems like he's really threatened by the new guy at Staples.
Hey, Chris, you remember Marcus Smart tried to guard LeBron in them 7 games when LeBron was in Cleveland? And he had what? He had like, oh my goodness, he averaged like 38 and 10.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is that the year they won the championship? Or no, wait, they lost to Golden.
They lost. How Golden State looking now without KD? And all the
Well, it's more than him.
But here's the thing. Now you see what it's like. See, when everybody have their weapons, when Clay and Steph and KD and Draymond were beating out everybody, it's like that's what they played against.
Yeah.
Teams that didn't have a whole lot of talent, just like they don't, and that's what you get. But your day coming.
Change.
Christmas Day, your day coming.
Your day already came on opening night.
No, you told me.
Skip,
you told me to see. Skip tells me every day. The basketball season doesn't start till Christmas. Now it started opening day. It takes a hiatus, and then it'll pick back up after
Goes
the
back and
All-Star